I want to introduce the first honoree, who is Greg Davis. Greg Davis grew up in a military family in Germany, so it's no wonder he loves order and structure. And yes, he still knows German. Greg has witnessed dramatic financial transformations during his 26 years at Vanguard. He has seen bond markets move from over the phone to electronic systems. Investing has gone from individual stock and bond picking to index funds, with Greg learning from and working alongside Ken Volpert, who grew Vanguard's trademark index strategies. Greg was reminded again and again of the importance of risk management with the 2007 and 2008 period, which we all talk about and every single honoree mentions, really serving as a formidable lesson and guidepost. Greg has risen to become the president and chief investment officer at Vanguard and is a board member at the Investment Company Institute, an investor advisory committee on the financial markets for the New York Fed. He is devoted to his family, and Greg also serves as chairman of the board of trustees for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Please welcome Greg to the stage.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you, Lisa, for the very, very kind introduction, and a big thank you to the Fixed Income Analyst Society for this tremendous honor. To be inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside such an accomplished cohort is deeply, deeply humbling. Congratulations to my fellow honorees. 30 plus years ago, I had just graduated college and I was working in the insurance industry. As Lisa said, I grew up in a military family, lived in a blue-collar town of Willingboro, New Jersey. For those not familiar with southern New Jersey, it was exit 5 off the turnpike. Delivering newspapers, cutting lawns, shoveling snow, and working in various fast food restaurants over my time. I was the first person in my family to go to college. And if you told me that I'd be standing here one day, I would have laughed. The next thing I would have asked you is, what is fixed income? My background, combined with being an African American, would not have pointed me in this direction, but I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to say that I've built a career at a firm I deeply respect, doing work that I love in a field that has challenged me both intellectually and professionally. And I had the good fortune 26 years ago to be hired by Ken Volpert. Ken is the true fixed income Hall of Famer. He built Vanguard's bond indexing team from the ground up, hired some of the brightest minds in the industry, and took a chance on somebody like me. Ken brought me on as a fixed income trader to trade governments and mortgages, and I immediately loved it. It's a space where math and economics come together, where discipline and logic are essential, but we all know fixed income is truly a team sport. He taught me how bond portfolios are managed, with a keen focus on risk management. In addition, I had the privilege of learning the importance of developing talent and creating an environment where that talent could ultimately flourish. Ken created that environment for me and his team, and I tried to replicate that as I grew my career. These lessons were critical in actually helping Vanguard's fixed income business grow from under $100 billion when I first started to over $2.5 trillion over 25 years. And that kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of a shared commitment to our clients and constantly striving for excellence. While I'm really proud of the results that we produce for our clients, the growth that we've achieved, the path that the Vanguard Fixed Income Group is on, but what I'm most proud of, without question, is the people. The most important part of my job is doing what Ken did for others and for me, and that's mentoring folks and developing people. So meeting with our junior crew and seeing them develop, and our more senior folks as well, developing them as they go along. But watching those individuals grow, take on new challenges, and become leaders in their own right has been one of the most rewarding parts of my career. There's something deeply fulfilling about seeing someone that you've worked with find their voice, sharpen their skills, and then turn around and invest in others. That is how real impact happens, not just through fund performance, but through people. My hope is that those I've mentored will continue the cycle, developing and empowering the next generation of investment leaders, because in the end, our legacy, again, isn't about portfolios. It's about the people that we lifted, the careers we've shaped, and the values that we've passed on. And those values have impact beyond fixed income. As an example, I have the privilege of being on the board of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, one of the world's leading pediatric hospitals. It's a place where science meets compassion, and a place where miracles happen every single day. A place where a child born with blindness saw her very first firefly. A place where conjoined twins were separated to live a normal life. That is unbelievably amazing and humbling moments that happen at CHOP. But being close to that type of work has given me perspective. It's reminded me that the work that we do, while is really important in terms of helping people save for retirement, to fund their children's education, to buy their first home, but it's not life and death like what happens at CHOP. It gives you real world life perspective. And that understanding has not only made me a better investor, it's made me a better leader. And as I look ahead, I'm deeply optimistic about the future of fixed income. Yes, the landscape is evolving, the environment is more dynamic, markets are more complex, and investors' needs are more nuanced. But with change comes opportunity. The next generation of leaders is stepping up with fresh perspectives, deeper data fluency, and a renewed focus on helping long-term investors achieve their outcomes. And the reality is the talent that I've seen over the last 25 years, the talent is the strongest now that I've ever seen. And much of that talent is coming into fixed income. And we all know in this room, fixed income is the building block of the entire capital markets. Its functioning and valuation is the key driver of all other capital markets. It starts with us. How loans are priced, how mortgages get made, and how equities, to my equity colleagues, I have a few from Vanguard who are here, how equities get valued. We are the bedrock of how the entire market works. Not bad for us bond nerds. There are many people who helped me get to this moment, but first and foremost, I want to thank my wife, Jamie. We've been on this journey since sophomore year in college. Last week we celebrated 31 years of marriage. We are the proud parents of 2 children, a son who's a senior at USC out in Los Angeles, and our daughter who's on the gymnastics team at the University of Michigan, who's a sophomore. I cannot say without hesitation that none of this would have been possible without their support and unwavering belief in me. But I also want to recognize my Vanguard colleagues. If you could just stand for a quick moment. I know there's a number of you, and I'm going to embarrass you, so if you can just stand up for a quick second. We're not going anywhere. I'm here because of you guys. This is really a team sport. I've had the privilege of playing and coaching along some of the most talented, thoughtful, and dedicated professionals in the business. You've challenged me, you've inspired me, you've made me better every single day. And Ken, without you, none of this would have been possible. You laid the foundation for what has become one of the most respected fixed income franchises in the world. And to you, Tim, thank you for providing my family and I an opportunity to lead the investment team in Australia, to come back to lead the fixed income team, and ultimately becoming CIO. Without your support and advocacy, that would have never, ever have happened. And Salim, I look forward to building on all the momentum that we've established over the last year, and as we continue to bring more capabilities to more clients around the globe. And thank you to Fiazi for this tremendous honor, for recognizing the work of so many, and for allowing me to share in this moment with the people who made it possible. I've spent my career surrounded by brilliant minds in this industry, and to be recognized in this way is something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. So thank you for that.
Got to make sure it's the right Greg, right?
Thank you very much.
I don't know where you are. There you are. Here, yours.
Thank you.